Coming up, learn how officials are working with the community to achieve effective violence prevention.
Then see what this local auto body shop is doing to retain staff when many businesses are faced with staff shortages.
Finally, construction on a skate ribbon is underway along Omaha's riverfront. Learn what is planned for the project.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
Good afternoon. I'm Austin Ulmer.
And I'm Addison Parr. The Omaha area is seeing its lowest homicide rate in decades thanks to a nationally recognized violence prevention and intervention model. I sat down with a few individuals leading the community.
In July of 2007, the city of Omaha saw its peak of gun violence with 31 shootings over 31 days. After that tragic month, community leaders and Omaha officials stepped up and began working to establish a new approach to the issue. Organizations like Omaha 360 and the Nebraska Collaborative for Violence Intervention and Prevention were started with the goal of bringing together the community to focus on collaboration, prevention, and intervention. Dr. Gayleen Armstrong, co-director for the Nebraska Collaboration on Violence Intervention and Prevention, says that gun violence is much more than a two-part issue.
So it's really important that we just don't look and don't react with a single lens, like a criminal justice lens. We need to involve our community partners. We need to involve the healthcare system.
In the last 15 years, Omaha shootings have gone down by 74%, and the Omaha Police Department reports that officer-involved shootings are down by 90% over the last 10 years. Captain Jeremy Christensen with the Omaha Police Department says that he credits these numbers to relationships being built in the Omaha community.
The fact that our numbers are so low, knock on wood, is really a testament to just the overall community strategy we have. And it's not just the police department, it's the community leaders as well. So we are very lucky in Omaha to have the community support we do.
The Omaha strategy has been recognized by the U.S. Department of Justice as a best practice approach for fighting violent crime.
Omaha's prevention strategies have caught the attention of cities and police departments across the Midwest. Kansas City nonprofit leaders reached out to Omaha officials in August of this year with the goal of launching a similar model called KC 360 at the beginning of next year. Warm weather is out and cold weather is in as the start of winter weather is here. Car crashes tend to increase during this time as weather conditions worsen. In the Nebraska Department of Transportation's latest traffic crashes annual report, nearly 2,800 crashes happened on snowy or icy roads. Warning coordination meteorologist Brian Smith says it's important for people to be prepared.
There are lives lost or injuries occurring due to traffic accidents and so forth on the highway. So it's important for people to be prepared. And
last year, Omaha had just under 40% of its normal snowfall. Smith says to expect a larger amount this year, meaning roads will see more dangerous conditions. According to Nebraska's Department of Transportation, the past 5-year average for crashes in the months of November through February is 3,023.
Several businesses are in desperate need of help because of a staffing shortage brought on by COVID-19. Reporter Faith Staskevich joins us in Studio A to tell us more.
Thank you. I take us inside an auto body shop that has rarely had any issue throughout the pandemic.
Tracy Weaver, owner of Recovery Room Interiors in Plattsmouth, works day to day without worry that he might lose staff. This is because he has figured out how to run his business in a way that prevents the short staffing issue.
The culture here is, you get to do good work. Everybody gets paid well. There's no shortage of hours.
Being short-staffed is a cruel cycle. It can cause a high-stress workplace with heavy workload, which can lead to low work ethic and morale. In turn, this can cause employees to quit their job, leaving the business in a more desperate need for workers. In a niche job like this one, it is important to have employees with experience that know the workplace so that it's done right. Being successful in that area, Tracy says the only issue that they have faced due to the repercussions of COVID-19 is a shortage of parts for the unique cars that he works on.
Recovery Room Interiors has been in business for over 30 years and hasn't once had a staffing problem. This is because the owner has treated it more like a community rather than just a workplace.
Son and employee CJ Weaver has been working at the shop part-time for several years. He says that the reason the business stayed strong during COVID is because the employees worked united as a team towards the same goal, and they still do today.
As far as people coming and going, as for staff, for the most part, it started small and it's progressively just gone up. We've just seen more people come to the shop, not many people leaving, for the most part just growing.
Although Tracy has received many awards for his unique designs and craftsmanship, he says he is most proud of creating something that his kids can look back on when he is gone.
Employees at Recovery Room Interiors also experience a sense of security with their job. Tracy Weaver says they already have projects lined up for the next 2 years. Back to you in Studio B.
After the break, Omaha's riverfront gets a makeover with a new multi-seasonal skate ribbon. Join us as we check in on the progress.
Coming up, inflation sends food costs soaring. Learn what you can do to make holiday dinners more affordable.
Welcome to the Omaha News. We are Omaha.
The complex was condemned by the city in January for numerous safety reasons.
We are truth tellers and award winners.
They process and recycle approximately 100,000 tons of material.
We are a community of strength and a team of big dreams. We are the Omaha News, where the people are the story.
It is the longest-running Omaha-based statewide television program on the air today. Hi everyone, I'm Kathy Wyatt, producer and host of Consider This. Now in our 25th season, we wish to acknowledge those who have made this educational journey possible. Our guests, underwriters, student crews, the Knowledge Network, the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and of course, viewers just like you. Thank you for watching.
Nearly 3,000 student athletes competing in 19 varsity sports from 9 institutions. Compete for nationally ranked teams to become academic All-Americans and NCAA champions. Nearly 100,000 students and more than 800,000 alumni celebrate their schools as they rise to reach the summit. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
There's a unique educational experience right here in Omaha. With access to top-rated programs, in-demand degrees, and a worldwide community of graduates, UNO prepares students for life, wherever it may lead. From Omaha to Italy to Uganda to Japan, Mavericks are working in communities around the globe. So where will a degree from UNO take you? UNO, access to exceptional, access to the world. Learn more at unomaha.edu.
With Thanksgiving quickly approaching, families are thinking of how to fill their table without breaking the bank. Reporter David Fessner tells us how Nebraskans are feeling the pinch this holiday season.
From grocery stores to chain restaurants, Nebraskan residents are feeling the strain when it comes to the food costs. According to the U.S. Labor Department, grocery prices have increased by 13% over the past year. And there seems to be no end in sight as inflation has hit its highest point in 40 years at 11.2%. While customers voice their concerns, Omaha local businesses struggle to meet customer needs when they are facing challenges of their own. Patty Hankey, co-owner of BIG Meats, says that prices are increasing due to a lack of inventory.
Buy our all-natural turkeys from a Midwestern distributor. We have to order them in July for Thanksgiving, and we're not always guaranteed to get what we ordered because of that very reason right there.
According to the Department of Agriculture, the price of a full-sale turkey has increased by 40 cents per pound since last year, making an average turkey dinner cost around $21. Omaha resident Todd Pernicek says that price of feeding his family of 4 has drastically increased.
It's definitely costing a lot more money this year. I think the meal package that we bought at Big Mama's was certainly more expensive than we've done in the past.
So go ahead and eat your stuffing and pumpkin pie this Thanksgiving. You just might have to go light on the turkey. For the Omaha News, I'm David Fessner.
The USDA says that turkey will be in shortage this year, so consider picking up your Thanksgiving bird early.
According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration website, there are at least 125 medications that are in shortage. The FDA has confirmed cities like Omaha are experiencing a shortage of Adderall after many pharmacies have been unable to keep up with demand. The other drug is a once-a-week injectable called Trulicity for diabetics, which helps improve blood sugar levels. A local pharmacy owner, Jeff Kilborn, says it's dangerous for customers not getting their prescriptions.
In the case of the Adderalls, it's really bad to just go cold turkey because then there's other side effects that occur if you just stop something abruptly. In the diabetic medications, then if the individual is not taking it on a regular basis like he or she should have been, then what happens is their blood sugars get out of control, and that can cause other issues down the road.
The FDA says the overflow of prescription orders can cause a drug shortage. Other factors include labor shortage as well as manufacturing delays. Pharmacies can expect regular Adderall shipments within the coming weeks.
The Omaha City Council recently approved an agreement for the installation of Google Fiber, a decision that could have a significant impact on internet access and usage for the city's residents. Google Fiber's objective is to compete with other internet providers such as Cox Cable, Charter, and CenturyLink to be a cheaper and more efficient option. Both Omaha residents and Google representatives agree that the competition fiber optic internet will bring to the city is a major incentive. At an unchanging price of $70 a month, no installation fees or annual contracts, its installation can mean more affordable and reliable access to internet.
I'm excited for the better speeds, I'm excited for the better reliability, and I think it'll be good just for Cox to have some competition.
Google's Central Region Head of Government and Community Affairs, Rachel Merlo, says that Google Fiber has helped support communities. In Kansas City, Google helped to establish a digital inclusion fund committing over $1 million to local projects. Merlo says that the installation of Google Fiber is slated to begin in 2023. Residents can sign up for the service as early as 2024.
After the completion of the Jean Leahy Mall in July, Omaha's riverfront development continues its second phase of construction at the Heartland of America Park. Reporter Josue Garcia joins us from the current construction site.
Thank you, Addison. Right behind me is the future of 10th Street in Douglas. By this time next year, the Omaha public will have a new city ice rink just in time for the holidays. In 2023, the Heartland of America Park will open its doors to a skate ribbon in the downtown area. The privately funded attraction is just a small part of a $50 million project. The Metropolitan Entertainment and Convention Authority Communications Director, Christina Engdahl, says the park will remain operational year-round thanks to a transitioning technology.
Part of what makes the skate ribbon so unique is this addition of glycol lines. So instead of having to ice skate on slush, maybe when it gets just above freezing, the inclusion of this technology helps to make sure that it stays frozen even when the weather creeps above freezing. Along with ice skating, it also offers roller skating or inline skating in the summer too, because it transitions back to concrete.
Engdahl says the ribbon draws inspiration from Chicago's Maggie Daley Skate Ribbon and will be one of the main park's attractions, alongside the Farnham Pier, which will run along the Missouri River. Nearby businesses are excited for the growth the ice rink has to offer. Owner of the Old Market Candy Shop, Jeff Jorgensen, says that the area is in need of more winter visitors.
An ice rink brings things for people to do in the wintertime. We don't have a lot to do in the wintertime in Omaha. So what do? We stay home, we hibernate. So really to have the ice skate rink, I think will really develop other things that people can do throughout the year.
The skate ribbon will open once the third park is fully developed. The fully developed project expects to attract 350,000 new visitors. Back to you guys at the studio.
After the break, UNO celebrates veterans this month. See how they're honoring women who have served.
Coming up, UNO instates a new senior vice chancellor. Join us to learn his plans for the new position.
I'm a veteran, wear my battle scars like a letterman's. I done crawled through the mud, both speed, so I wouldn't underestimate me.
University of Nebraska at Omaha's bookstore is home to more than books. The UNO bookstore accommodates all students' needs with phone and laptop repairs at the iFix UNO station or free residence hall delivery. The bookstore, located in the Milevale Student Center, is full of Maverick merchandise. Find sweatshirts for chilly Nebraska days or cozy UNO mugs for every coffee fix. Shop anytime at unobookstore.com.
For me, it's about understanding the process of communication and what we learn through that process.
So something that you'll find within the School of Communication graduate program is that there is such a rich field of expertise.
I can think of no other discipline where we spend so much time focusing on not just one side of the conversation, but all sides of the conversation.
Not only do you get to work closely with other graduate students that come from all different walks of life, but you get to learn from graduate faculty that take those perspectives and help you grow yourself in a way that teaches you to be an academic, but also lets you be you in a really unique way.
I chose UNO very specifically, not just because I live here, I'm proud to represent here, but because I thought their program offered strengths that I didn't see in other programs.
I never thought I'd be standing in the clouds looking down on the ancient ruins of the Incan Empire. I never thought I'd live among the street artists in Valparaiso. I never thought I'd make friends that would last a lifetime.
Adventure's out there, and as Mavericks, it's up to us to find it.
Stop thinking, start doing. Visit educationabroad.unomaha.edu.
UNO announces that Dr. Phil He, a UNO alum and current Vice Provost of Faculty Diversity at Northeastern University in Boston, will serve as the university's next Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Reporter Mitchell Kutcher says Dr. He looks forward to giving back to the university.
UNO has chosen Dr. Phil He as the next Senior Vice Chancellor. Dr. He will start on January 3rd and will provide leadership for UNO's 6 colleges and library. On top of this, Dr. He will also help with the university's academic initiatives, along with scholarship and research activities. One aspect of the role at UNO that stuck out to Dr. He is his ability to give back to UNO.
So in a sense, this is a perfect kind of return to your alma mater to serve, because this place is what made my career possible. So isn't it an easy choice for anyone?
Dr. He says that his goal is to make sure that the students are successful. Ultimately, he says that the university's mission is to transform students' lives one student at a time. When it came time to choose UNO's next Senior Vice Chancellor, Dr. He was chosen in part because he's a UNO graduate. This was an attractive part of his resume, says Dr. Bartle, who chaired the 12-person search committee that looked for the UNO's next Senior Vice Chancellor.
But he knows UNO. He has a doctorate in criminology and criminal justice from UNO. And so he's been here, he knows UNO, he knows what we are, what we're like. And so I think that was one important factor.
Dr. Bartle says that Dr. He's involvement with Northeastern University's international portfolio is important to what he can do here at UNO. For the Omaha News, I'm Mitchell Kutcher.
Dr. He looks forward to arriving on campus after the winter break. He hopes to listen in on classes and get a better feel for the university.
Currently, 16.5 million veterans live in the United States. An estimated 127,000 of those veterans live in Nebraska. Reporter Madison Bonine visits the Military Connected Resource Center and Memorial Park to see what they have in store for veterans this year.
Every year, UNO's Military Connected Resource Center honor those who have served in the military with a Veterans Day event. This year, they did something they have never done before. Assistant Director of the Military Connected Resource Center and veteran Amber Evenson says she hopes it draws people into the office.
We have the art exhibit on display. It is actually a traveling art exhibit done by local women veterans. So all the pieces in here on display are from local women who are veterans and have served at different points in time.
UNO has Veterans Day events going on throughout the entire month of November, including a podcast panel, a health screening, 10% off the bookstore, a history lesson, and a display in the library. In 2020, UNO had 1,738 military-connected students enrolled, a 5.5% increase in military-connected students from 2019. Work-study employee and veteran Mikael Roquette says growing up in a military family and being a veteran herself has showed her what Veterans Day really means.
Veterans Day is a time for being thankful and grateful for family, for loved ones, for the people we've served with. It's a chance to honor those who have served before us, the people who we've served with, and the ones who will go after us.
Even though Veterans Day has passed, it's never too late to thank a veteran in your life and honor the sacrifice they made for your freedom. For the Omaha News, I'm Madison Bonine.
The Veteran Library display will be going on the entire month of November in the Chris Library. Several Douglas County buildings and community businesses will be lit up green throughout the month of November in honor of Veterans Day. After the break, we visit a local restaurant that weathered the difficulties of the pandemic to bring authentic Puerto Rican cuisine to the metro.
Coming up, learn how a local record store has persevered through the changes of digital distribution in the music industry.
The media landscape is vastly different from the past. Conglomeration and consolidation have changed the skill sets required to succeed. Journalists must not only know how to conduct research, interview, and write stories, but they also have to know how to shoot and edit the stories they tell. Likewise, creative media professionals must know how to interview, research, and write the stories they shoot and edit. In the School of Communication, we require students to gain experience and proficiencies employers are seeking. The two hardest mediated genres to produce are live sports and newscasts. Thus, once our students are taught the basics, they are given opportunities to improve the abilities at these genres. Capstones 1 and 2 feature the culmination of skill sets. Once students produce the Omaha News, they can use it in their demo reel to show their skills. From here, students can go anywhere.
According to an article by Business Wire, the music streaming market is expected to grow around $45 billion by 2026. Reporter Stephanie Veloso shares how a local shop is keeping vinyl alive and well in the digital era.
Homer's is just one of the music stores downtown that add to the feel of the old market. Since 1971, they've provided an authentic music experience for customers. Because vinyls and CDs are no longer the main music medium, record stores have experienced the toll of the digital world. Business Wire says technologies like artificial intelligence and machine learning enhance the music streaming experience by increasing storage and improving search recommendations. Store manager Mark Manner says they view the digital increase as more of a partnership.
We're not opposed to streaming. I use streaming. I think streaming helps people find the artists that they like, and then they want to own it and physically hold it and support it. So yeah, I think streaming and physical retail work hand in hand pretty well together, actually.
For the last 51 years, Homer's has been providing the Omaha community with a plethora of music options. General Manager Mike Fratt, who has been with the business since 1978, says he continues to see a variety of people come through the store.
Whether they're young people or whether they're old, whether they're into CDs or into vinyl or into 8-tracks or cassettes or whatever, we carry a wide selection and subsequently have a wide, diverse population that comes to the store.
Fratt says he hopes to continue developing Omaha's personality through the store, and he encourages others to take in the authenticity of the old market through its music and art. For the Omaha News, I'm Stephanie Veloso.
Homer's maintains their diverse music stock by buying used vinyl and CDs from customers and collectors. This assures you'll find new drops every single week to add to your playlist.
According to the Statista research report, inflation is at a record high, indicating an economic recession hitting the U.S. by the end of 2022. Reporter Gaylor Damian visits a local restaurant owner who's going against the economic adversities.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the current economic situation, many family-owned restaurants were forced to close their doors. However, this is not going to be enough to stop Ellie Birchall from achieving her dream of opening her own restaurant. Ellie came to the United States from Puerto Rico in 2009, searching for better life opportunities. A few years later, she went through 5 surgeries that kept her from returning to her job. Without many other options, she began to sell food on the streets. Ellie slowly built her way up before and throughout the pandemic, and is now about to open Ellie's Chinchorro Caribbean Bistro, her very own Puerto Rican restaurant. El Chinchorro opens its doors on November 16th. Ellie's desire is to bring Puerto Rico to all her customers.
My hope and my goal is when they come in, they can feel, okay, I'm in Puerto Rico, I don't know where, but in Puerto Rico, we are.
Despite the current economic situation, Ellie and El Chinchorro are ready for the challenge. Business consultant Kylie Phelps says that in times like these, maintaining a good connection with their customers is key.
What makes restaurants successful is kind of building up your customer base and then having repeat customers. The quality of food is important.
Ellie is aware of this and says she wants to keep a balance between price and quality, a win-win situation for her and her customers. Ellie's biggest inspiration is her grandmother, Guillermina, who taught Ellie everything she knows in the kitchen. Even though Guillermina passed away 17 years ago, she is always present and keeps pushing Ellie to never give up. For the Omaha News, I'm Gaylor Damian.
El Chinchorro completed a soft open over the weekend, and the staff and team are prepared for the future grand opening. That's all for today. Join us again next semester for more news and entertainment in the Heartland.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at UNO, the Omaha News, or find our website for even more news and stories at unomahanews.com.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching.
Omaha. The complex was condemned by the city in January for numerous safety reasons.
We are truth tellers and award winners.
They process and recycle approximately 100,000 tons of material.
We are a community of strength and a team of big dreams. We are the Omaha News, where the people are the story.
It is the longest-running Omaha-based statewide television program on the air today. Hi everyone, I'm Kathy Wyatt, producer and host of Consider This. Now in our 25th season, we wish to acknowledge those who have made this educational journey possible. Our guests, underwriters, student crews, the Knowledge Network, the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and of course, viewers just like you. Thank you for watching.
Nearly 3,000 student athletes competing in 19 varsity sports from 9 institutions. Compete for nationally ranked teams to become academic All-Americans and NCAA champions. Nearly 100,000 students and more than 800,000 alumni celebrate their schools as they rise to reach the summit. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders reach the summit today.
There's a unique educational experience right here in Omaha. With access to top-rated programs, in-demand degrees, and a worldwide community of graduates, UNO prepares students for life, wherever it may lead. From Omaha to Italy to Uganda to Japan, Mavericks are working in communities around the globe. So where will a degree from UNO take you? UNO, access to exceptional, access to the world. Learn more at unomaha.edu.